Hello everyone! Welcome to Mystery Stamping for the month of March. Today is Wednesday the 16th. This is our third month of doing mystery stamping. I'm so excited. I have a really cute card to make with you guys. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to pop in here before we get started on this project because it is adorable. And I'm sure you guys have probably seen this card because as soon as I decided to use this layout for you guys because I thought it was so cute, I was just kind of searching Pinterest and I was like, oh, that's the card I wanted to use. Then I started seeing it pop up everywhere and I was like, well, darn it, I had already had everything written up for what I needed. And I know there was a little bit of confusion because I've told you guys you can use whatever colors you want, all that kind of stuff. And for some reason, when I posted it to the my blog and to the event here, it wound up saying Pear Pizzazz was the color of the paper. And I don't even know how that got on there, but I looked at it today and I guess I should have proofread what I posted, right? Because it would have saved some confusion in there. But yes, you use any color cardstock, any color DSP that you want that coordinates with each other. And so like on Monday when I showed you the paper that I was using, that was to just give you an idea to see the certain cuts and to see the, you know, size pieces that I was showing to make sure you knew that when you cut your pieces, it looked somewhat like what yours looks like. Does that make sense? So just to give you kind of a visual, and that's why I also post the picture in, hello, Ria. That's why I also post a picture of the pieces that I'm using and the cardstock and the DSP, just so you can kind of get a visual of what you kind of need. So with that, okay, let me show you the two stamp sets that I'm going to use on this card. And this is kind of what made me want to do this card, is because of this big Easter bunny. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be for Easter, but the stamp set is called Easter Friends. So I wanted to use this super cute little bunny since we are approaching, you know, on Easter. So that's why I chose this one. And then I chose the sentiment Easter Blessings, because how cute is that together? So let me show you what I have. Again, what I cut for mine, I showed you guys on Monday, but just so you guys make sure your stuff looks kind of the same as mine. So I've chose my card base. Your card base has two pieces to it. You have your big card base and then your centerpiece. This is 4 1/4 by 9, and this piece is 2 1/2 by 8 1/2. Then we have two pieces of designer series paper. This is 3 by 4 and this is 1 by 4. And then we have two pieces. I chose white. You guys could have chose very vanilla or whatever coordinating paper that you were going to stamp on. So I chose basic white for mine. And these are, you're going to need two pieces of this as well. This is 3 by 4, and that's more of like the inside of your card. And then this long piece here is 2 1/4 by, 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then when I said that you needed a sentiment layer in the same color as this is what I chose to use. I used the double oval punch. So I did my layer in black and then I did my sentiment piece in white using this punch here. Okay. So just to kind of show you the pieces that I used. Sorry about my blue spotted up no finger here. I had to go outside. I had one of my chickens outside. Apparently the boys really like her, the roosters do. So as you can see how this finger looks blue. They apparently really like her. She must have a special little feather or something. And they have wound up deciding that she is going to be the mama of everything. So they're really doing their business with her. So I had to go out and spray Blue Coat. And those of you guys who have had animals before probably are very familiar with what Blue Coat is. But I had to spray her down. And of course the stuff stains like nobody's business. And so it's all over my fingers here. So I look like I have like I smashed my finger in a wall. It's all purple up in my nail and stuff. I tried to clean it off as best as I could, but oh well, those are the things you deal with farming. Okay, so how mystery stamping works is we're going to put this card together, and you guys will then go over to Pink Barn Stampers group, which is my private group. Just ask to join there. You have until March 20th, which is Sunday, to post a picture of the card that you have made. Now, I've mentioned before, this is not Stampin' Up specific. I just want you guys to come in and have a good time and make a card together, because all of us are going to be making the same card, but every card's going to be different because we're all going to be choosing different colors of paper. So let's get this out of the way and let's start this card. Hello, Willie. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to post a picture of this card once it is finished over on Pink Barn Stampers group. Then you need to put your card together and then take a picture of it and add it to the comments under the picture that I post of this card once it's made. Okay, so let's take our big card base first. This is our 4 1/4 by 9 piece. And I'm going to bring out, oops, as I just knocked my computer and everything over. I'm going to bring out this bad boy because I just recently got this and I am in love with it. So I'm going to move my, or actually I'm not. I'm just going to leave those there because we can see the numbers. It's not that big of a deal. There's only 3 parts that you need to score on this. So you are going to put your 9-inch piece up at the top of your score, Stampin' Score, or this is called the Simply Scored, but depending on what score you're using, you could even be using your trimmer as well, because it has a score tool on there, so you could do it as well. Just make sure you put your, hello Peggy, just make sure you put your 9-inch at the top. Okay, we are going to score this at 1 1/4, which looks like is already marked. So 1 1/4, and then 2 1/2, which I already have marked also. And 5 3/4. So again, we're going to score at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, and 5 3/4. I probably should not have used black paper, but I didn't even think about it. Hopefully you guys can see those lines on there. Not the best choice, but the card's going to be cute when I'm done. Then you're going to take your centerpiece, which is 8 1/2 by 2 1/2. And again, we're going to put the 8 1/2 piece up against the top. And we are going to score at 5 1/2. Okay, so just like that. And that's all the scoring that we have to do. So then we can grab these pieces and our bone folder and go ahead and fold on that. And then we have these 2 marks here. So when you have your back piece, fold it down. And then now take this and fold this up. And then fold it back down. So you have like this, I guess it's like a wonky Z, a wonky W, something like that. So these 2 pieces are going to be the same. This is going to be kind of your front and the back. So this is going to sit. Let me run the bone folder over this and burnish this. So this is going to sit like that. Okay, does that make sense? And then now we're going to take this piece, and you have a smaller piece up here from where we did the score line. And again, that score line was at 5.5. Hold that. Okay, and then this is going to be our centerpiece. All right, now what we need to do is do some stamping. Well, actually, we can go ahead and put our DSP on and then I'll stamp, because that will just get it out of the way. So with this, now that you have this little piece folded in, we are going to take our big piece of DSP, which was the 3x4, and it's going to go right on the inside there. And then our 1x4 is going to go here. So let's go ahead and get those adhered. So to get this on here, I'm just going to lay mine flat. Right before I was getting ready to go live and do this, I actually thought, after I already had decided and already mounted the little bunny rabbit, I thought with this color paper in this stamp set, what would be really cute is to do this little duck, just because kind of the yellow would be cute with the duck, or even because this big piece right here is what you're going to stamp on. These flowers would be gorgeous on there as well, and do this little daffodil in yellow. Just a thought. Okay, now we're going to take this piece and put it on here. Okay, so just like that. So your piece goes on the very bottom, and then you're going to skip the other little 1-inch part, and then you're going to put your big piece here in the center. Okay, so that's going to sit like that, and when it's sitting, how it sits is you don't really see this little black piece in here. Okay, now we can do our stamping. So I'm going to grab my bigger white piece, which this is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and my bunny. And I'm going to grab my black Memento ink. I did make this card in another color, which was the one that I was actually going to do for you. And now that I'm looking at the black, I probably should have, but I decided, no, I wanted to do this in the darker colors. But anyways, I'll show you the other one when I'm done. So I'm going to move this, kind of leaving a little bit of a gap at the top. I'm not going exactly all the way to the top of this, because our sentiment piece is going to sit on this bottom part. Giving that just a few minutes to marinate into that paper. So stinking adorable. And then on my banner pieces, or on my sentiment pieces, like I said, I already cut the black. This is where I said you're going to need a black scrap, or the same color as your card base scrap. So I took that and I cut that for my layer. And then my little white piece that I also said that you're going to need a little scrap of, depending on what size layering pieces that you decide to go with. And then I also said on there to make sure that your stamp will then fit inside of your your little sentiment. And this fits like almost perfectly inside of this little oval. Okay. See how well that works in there? Okay, now we're done with that, with the ink. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere these two together. So I'm going to put my white piece right on the black layer. And now there's lots of choices you can do with this. We've got the layering circles, we've got the layering rectangles, anything would fit here, even the contoured, what are they called, contoured dies or something. There's lots of choices that you can choose, or if you have punches that coordinate with one another as well. All right, this little piece here, where this goes is you can put it on the inside here, but I'm going to show you what I did on my other card. But that's where it's kind of meant to go, that's where you would write, you know, to your recipient on. But this piece goes right on that long piece, so you have the shorter piece back here that we scored, right? And so let's attach this. What's up, girlfriend? My husband, every Wednesday and Saturday, he goes to the mall here in town, and he plays this game called D&D. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. And it's been around for a million years, this game has, and he really gets into it. It is not my thing, and he's always asking me. He goes, will you go and play with me? Won't you just come? And I said, I don't ask you to make cards with me. So, no, it's not my thing. So it's kind of funny because he's always asking forever, why don't you just come? You would really like it. Well, I'm just not into that kind of stuff. So I don't want to hurt his feelings, but it's just not my jam. So I tell him, I said, so don't keep bugging me about it, because then you're just going to irritate me. But, you know, I don't make you come in and sit down and make cards with me. So just kind of think of it that way. All right, so this little piece, we're going to stick it right in the center here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue, kind of marking off. Hello, Laura. I can see where my side margins are, and then I know that this was 1.25 inches here. So I know that if I run glue about 1 inch of the way up, I will be perfect with this. So I'm going to do that. If you want to use tear and tape, that will also work. But you guys know how I feel about stuff like that, because I have a problem with commitments. Not really, but I just like the wiggle room that liquid glue gives you, because I can now kind of manipulate this around, because see how I'm a little bit closer to this edge? I can now take this, maybe, and I still have a little bit of time to slide that over and make that more even. And with tear and tape, you couldn't do that. It would wind up just ripping your designer series paper back there. Okay, so now that that is done, I know it looks kind of wonky right now, but then we're going to take this and push that together, and then now we can see where the little piece back here is going to fit across. So now I know I have about 1/2 inch, so I kind of just place my finger right across where I know that I don't want to put glue, flip that up, and then I can watch the back side of my finger to make sure I only put glue on that part. So I'm not going up above that to make those two pieces stick together, because we don't want that. Okay, so like I said, this piece goes on the inside. So if you flip this open, this is going to be the inside of your card. Now, if you want to stamp a sentiment in that, do that before you glue it on your piece, just in case. All right, so that goes like that. That's the card. And then this little piece gets popped up right here. But I want to add just a little bit of color to this little cutie here, because I think it needs a little bit of something. Okay, so this is a Stampin' Blend marker, and I am grabbing the Petal Pink, and I'm just going to put a little bit of color on this super cute little bunny's cheeks. With that, and then I'm gonna grab some crumb cake. So depending on what your big focal stamp is that you chose, you color according to how you want it. Okay, so I'm grabbing crumb cake for this, and I'm going to take the darker crumb cake and I'm just going to kind of go across that shadowing where the fur is that Stampin' Up! So graciously put on this super little cutie to help us with knowing where, you know, the shadows of his hair and body are. So I'm doing the dark crumb cake. Hello, Cheryl. Yeah, isn't this bunny so cute? And my daughter, my oldest daughter, before she moved out and, you know, is doing her own thing, she actually used to raise rabbits here at the house when she was younger. She used to kind of raise them for 4-H. So we had our fair share of these little critters running all around. We actually had a couple, I'm not sure if you guys know what a Flemish rabbit is. They're like one of the biggest breeds of rabbits. And they are the coolest rabbits ever. They're like a big gentle giant and they are huge. They can get up like around 50 pounds, believe it or not. They're ridiculous. Ours got up to, I think, roughly around like 25, 30 pounds. And then she decided that she was going to be a mom. And she had to wind up getting rid of all of those things because I can't do it all. And I told her, I said, I go, well, you know, being a mom takes, you know, it's a lot of responsibility. So I don't think rabbits are going to be kind of your jam once you become a mom. But yeah, we used to let it run around the house. It was really cool. And then it would go in its cage like during the evenings and stuff. And the dogs actually left it alone, surprisingly. The dogs and the bunny were kind of just partners. They were buddies. They kind of just hung out together. Okay. So I could do some more blending with this and whatnot and get those colors really, but you know, you guys are here to make the card, not to necessarily watch me color. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, so there is that. And then I'm going to take a couple of dimensionals and I'm going to pop up. Oh yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that I decided that tomorrow, Thursday, is not going to work for me as far as showing you guys how to make this little adhesive caddy. I'm going to have to do it Friday. So it will always, you guys can always watch the replay because I'm going to do it earlier in the day. I haven't quite set a time yet because I have to find out what time my husband gets off on Friday. But I have a in-person stamping class here at my local VFW tomorrow, and I have to get everything ready for that tomorrow morning. So I just figured instead of, like, as they say, my cup runneth over, I don't want to stress myself out and put too many things, you know, too many eggs in my basket. So I figured, you know, I'll just do it on Friday. If that doesn't work for you, you can always catch the replay. You guys know that. It'll always be posted here on Facebook and over on my YouTube page. Okay, so that's going to go just like that. But I was thinking I wanted something to go in this little bunny's hands. Now I know this is not yellow, and I don't know if well, you know, that actually doesn't look bad. These are the what are these called? These are called the Loose Flower Flourishes, and these are in our current new in colors of 2021 through 2023. So these are in Polished Pink, Pale Papaya, and what's the purple? Fresh Freesia. Pink. Okay, let's try pink. Does that pink look good on that? Can you even see that? Looks like you guys are super far away. Oops, where are we at? Hello, Patty. So what do you think? Do you like the pink or should we try purple? Ooh, I don't like the purple. Nope. So we have, whoops, wait a minute. Pink. I actually like the pink best with it. You are absolutely right. So let me grab a mini, one of my mini glue dots here. Yep, I agree. You are spot on with the pink. Yep, there we go. Cutie. All right, but you know what? What I want to do really quick though is I kind of want to blend out his little cheeks because that looks like it's kind of very stark. So I'm just taking my color lifter and just kind of going around that a little bit and making it where it wasn't so like standing out. So there's the little cheeks. All right. So that is our card, but let me show you the other one that I made also so you guys can kind of get another idea of what the other one looks like, because I want to show you also a different way that you can put the inside in your card. Okay, so this is the other one that I made, and like I said, I probably should have made this with you guys because it would have been easier to see the score lines than it was on black, but whatever. This is, and I couldn't use this paper with you guys because it's retired. It was part of our celebrations, but I made it in Pale Papaya with that, what was that paper? Was it Daffodil? I don't remember. Anyways, or yeah, Daffodil something. Daffodil Delight, maybe? I don't remember. And then I put a little bit of Flirty Flamingo because that's the two colors that was in the paper. But I decided instead of putting my inside of my card in here as it opens, I went ahead and I put it on the back because then it kind of covers, and again, this is in black, so it's kind of hard to see, but see how you have this piece that just kind of just stands there? And not too many people are going to flip this around and look at it because you're going to display it like this. But I just kind of like, and sorry, my card is not proportioned pretty, you know, my margins are very off on this card, but nonetheless, you can still see what I'm talking about. How it just kind of covered that little back flap. So, you know, you decide where you want the inside of your card. So you could do it on the back or, you know, the front. But if you were just watching me and you made your card with me, then you just put it in here. So just know that now you have the dimensions to this project, this card, that now you can go and make, you know, more of these, and these slide right down inside of a regular A2 envelope. So there you guys go. So I will take pictures of this one and I will put it over on Pink Barn Stampers group. And all you have to do is recreate a card like this using your own colors and your own stamp, and you do you, and take a picture of it and post it under in the comments under the picture of this card that I've made. But it's a really cute, easy way to make a fun fold, and it doesn't require a lot of scoring, a lot of all the things, because you're only doing one score mark on your little insert here, on your front panel, I guess you might call it, or center panel. And then on your actual base, you're only doing 3 different score marks. So pretty simple. Love the way they sit up and stand. Kind of really cute to keep on display. So, all right, you guys, I will see you. Oh, hold on. I wanted to tell you guys really quick. This is the prize. These are called the Heart Epoxy Droplets. These are no longer available. But this is going to go to the winner. I will draw a winner on the 20th, which is Sunday. So if you don't get your card made tonight, don't fret. You have until Sunday the 20th to get a picture posted over on the Pink Barn Stampers group. Once you add your photo or your picture on there, I will then come in. I normally do the drawing around like 5 or 6 p.m. So just try to get your card posted on there in the morning, no later than the morning on Sunday the 20th. I don't commit to a time because it's just when I see people putting their comments on there, then I know that, okay, it's time to do the drawing. So these are little hearts. They're see-through. The really cool thing about this is when you stick them to a paper, the paper is going to grab the color because these are clear. So it's really kind of fun to change the colors up on these things. Or you could also take your alcohol ink and color these in. Make sure you don't use water ink because it'll just smear off. But alcohol ink will stay on these and you can change the colors that way. So that will go to the winner on Sunday. And I will put that in the mail. I'll announce who the winner is over on the group. And again, I will come on Friday and I will make this little adhesive or sticky caddy, whatever you want to call it, a little adhesive caddy for you guys and show you how to make that. So I hope you guys had fun with this card. I think it is just the cutest little thing ever. So I will see you guys on Friday. If not, you guys can always catch the replay. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.